Welcome back to Showmance, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth. And this is part 2 of episode 16 of The Valley. We are starting off with the dumbest, most nothing burger of a scene. It's Danny's vasectomy, and he walks in thinking that he only needs to get one ball done. So either I don't understand what happens in a vasectomy and they're only snipping one ball, or maybe Danny just has one ball. Either way, I don't care.
Two things. I switched.
Get it? Two things.
What?
Two balls.
Balls.
I switched drinks. I'm drinking water, but this my cup is in honor of Pat Clark. It's my master's cup. Cheers to Pat Clark in the golfing.
Is the Masters happening right now?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But it's
Anytime we could bring up
is.
the
You know
golf.
what is happening this week is British Open.
Oh, thank God. I've been waiting all year for that.
Probably my least favorite major, to be honest, Pat.
It's my second least favorite major.
But second, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. Okay, so second thing, the second thing is, who goes into a doctor's office where there's a female nurse?
Oh God.
And says, "Let's get naked." Creepy guy?
Oh God.
Creepy guy. Maybe not creepy guy. Maybe family man.
So bad.
Have you never met a dude like this that wasn't trying to actually physically nail everyone, but just like thought he was like, just a
does
I've
not
met
get
the
the cheesy
badump
jokes.
guy. I met the cheesy guy, and I've met creepy guy. Danny's cheapy, creepy cheesy guy.
The nurse shaves his balls, and then he gets his laughing gas, and he's literally in the middle of surgery still trying to make terrible jokes.
Yeah.
It's
I
just.
thought this was a penal size
Is this
down.
a penal code
Reduction.
violation? Get it done?
A penal reduction. Yeah.
The only funny thing, the only one, was the trumpet.
No, it wasn't.
It was a little bit funny.
He's just not funny. He's so brutal.
That's what you thought was funny.
Of all the things, like if I had to give a little bit, I'm trying to be positive.
After the vasectomy, we go to Lala's sober birthday dinner. It's Zack, Jasmine, Kristen, Michelle, Britt, Lala, and Janet. Lala shows up, and first she says, thank you so much for coming. I'm a little up and down because I had to put Lily down today. And then she very quickly gets into saying her favorite part of the trip was Zach's birthday. We note how great Zach's hair's looking. He's got such a lush pad of hair. You can't even see the scar or the stitches. Janet then brings up how she likes Lacey. Now, something hit me about Janet in this scene, and I'm wondering if but I'm so curious if you're going to agree with this or if we're saying the same thing. How she likes Lacey now, and they started following each other on Instagram. That is so important to her. It's triggering to me.
Says everything.
That's right. Then this is the point I'm going to make. Oh my God, I hope we're making the same point. We follow each other on Instagram now, and as soon as she talked about that, and as soon as I saw her at the table cheesing so hard next to Lacey, I was like, oh my God, this is it. You are so desperate to be liked. Mm-hmm. You are that kid that will do something bad so you can save the day so everyone likes you. And you didn't necessarily even want to do the bad thing. You just wanted everyone to pay attention to you and finally give you the time of day. And the fact that now Lacey, who everyone else likes, is the popular girl and she's going to follow me.
Screw Michelle, right? Janet, you're all sorts of
Was
stupid.
that though what you were thinking when you saw that?
So I think that Janet collects friends like she this is a game to her. This is Dave and Buster's. She's collecting friends like she's collecting those little pods that you'd get in the claw things and like the games where you're like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
She's figured out who the popular kids are. That's why she's been going for Zach so hard, because Zach was a glue of other people. If Zach comes, then if you build it, they will come. So she picked Lacey, she picked Zach. And then even when later we see her with Jesse, she's cheesing so hard and she's not cool. She doesn't know how to be like, I'm just gonna, what do they do like in the like in Boiler Room? I'm gonna give you a little idea. I'm gonna call you on Monday and see what you think about my idea. Like she's on the move, she's on the hunt, she's pursuing people and picking them up like they are chess pieces. Because she just wants to win this so bad. And she's on a good roll right now. She just never knows how to like go, chill it out for a minute. I'm just
Be
gonna
cool.
Be cool. I'm breezy. You know, she has no control over that. She's so transparent. This is all a game. She doesn't care about you. She's not trying to be your real friend. She's just trying to win against Kristen and become like get back on top and
I agree, but I think the road to Janet getting there in her life was being a deeply insecure, wanting to be liked kid. And then I think that's how she was like, oh, okay, these people are famous. Let me go to this town. Let me let me happen to be at this place. Let me befriend them. And like, oh, now you're going to see like, I'm cool. I'm valuable. I really think it stems from a deep insecurity and need to be.
definitely deep insecurity and needs to be liked. To need to be liked, I would assume that like if you finally got the friends, you would treat them well. But that's why I'm stuck on like the game pieces.
Yeah.
Thing, because
I see
it's
that.
like,
but you know how there's different brands of stuff, right? Where there's someone who needs to be liked and they will forever just lick the boot that kicks them. They will pick you up and drop you off at the airport. They'll help you move. They'll do all that stuff, right? Then there's that person, and this is, I think, from what you're saying, is where the category Janet falls into. She's comes from a place of insecurity and the wanting to be liked as a kid, and then as she's gotten over, it's turned into now I'm going to be the powerful one.
Yeah.
I'm going to usurp the throne.
yeah, I don't know. She has a screw loose, and I just think everyone who she's pursuing, if she's in pursuit of you, I would just keep one eye
Steer
open.
clear.
Like, yeah, just be like, why? What's going on? What do you want? Like, because she gets right into like, so I think we should get something on the books. And it's like, if that's me, like I will
Too
fall.
soon.
I never know what to say in that. No, I don't even want to give you my phone number, like much less get something on the books with you or whatever. But
What happened at the end of this conversation when she was like, "Oh, we should do a double date," and Jesse was like,
Oh, we're not
maybe
there
we
yet.
do baby steps."
that's right. That's
But
a different
yes.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just you got and the follows. She's acting like they're all jokes. They're everything to her. Yeah. It's everything.
Yeah.
Because now one more check mark person on this show
right.
is now following her. I didn't know that Lacey was following her, and that if I would have saw that, I would have literally been like, something coming? Like, did Janet turn out to be okay? Like, because Lacey doesn't
I wonder
seem
if she
like,
still is.
I wonder if she is.
I will look.
I could see her still be following her, even if it's just because Lacey's new.
Well, no, because so much of shit is optics.
Yeah.
So she knows, oh no, if all of these people are following me, like, no, we're pretty cool. Even if we're not, like, we're getting there, but we follow each other, so it's fine. It's a
Or it might give you the idea to be like, this is all fake. Look, they're just doing this for drama. They're actually friends. Like some people would think that. Like it's even, it really actually works. It's even one reason why like I would so often be like, I just don't think that Danny can be that bad. He has so many friends, so many people like him, and they're the people that I like. Lacey likes him, Zach likes him, Kristen likes him, Luke likes him, Jesse likes him. Like these are my people. So like, it's not like, you know, oh, Michelle likes her. Like, what do I like? Who cares what Michelle likes? You know, like I'm starting to like Michelle, but so an optic like that could really be like, maybe she's not so bad. Lacey's following her. She's not really, doesn't really dick around with people like that.
we
Tish?
limit the number of followers shown for certain Meta verified and business accounts. So I can't tell.
Wait, what?
I can't look to see if Janet follows her because they limit it. They won't let me see it. She's Janet Elizabeth Caperna. Do we really need your middle name on there? Just Janet Caperna's fine. I don't know. I'm also just picking at her because she annoys me.
I know,
She
but
could
I don't
also
want to
just
be,
be
she doesn't annoy
JK.
me. I think she's
Just
a horrible
kidding.
person. Huh? I'm going to keep saying that because I don't want people to think that I'm just like, I have a bad feeling and we're going to wait and see if I'm right. But like
You love
a
Janet.
real gut feeling that this is a bad apple.
You're thinking justice for Janet.
Thinking justice for the world from Janet. Justice from Janet.
Speaking of the Instagram of it all, they bring up the Zach losing the bet. He has to follow Janet, and then after 48 hours, he unfollows her. I back that, Zach. I understand that behavior.
Yeah.
Because to me, I don't, especially, and Nia, you know what I mean, as an Aquarian, I don't tell me what to do. and don't force, like if I don't want this person's energy in my feed, then I don't want to follow them. And blocking them is not like, I don't want to mute them. I don't want to give off the perception that we are more than what we are friendship wise. So just, if I want to unfollow you, I can unfollow you. And like, we're not cool yet, Janet. So just slow your roll. And also, if you didn't say anything, then maybe I would have the thought of, oh, she is growing, because the old Janet would have brought this up. She would have made a mountain out of a molehill. We would have had to dissect it. And here we are dissecting it.
Yeah. And right when she says to him, she's like, whatever, follow me, don't follow me. I don't care. Also, what did I even do to you again? You're just an idiot, Janet. You're just an asshole. You've been an asshole to everyone that he knows. And honestly, Zack sees it right through that ploy. Zack is the type to be like, I know why you want that follow, because it's going to stack in your favor. It's going to make people give us, like, Zack is in on those things. Like, he totally gets that. So he was like, no, I'm not sticking around for this. Like, I lost a bet, so I did it. Waited 2 days, and then I'm out. Like, and I'm not going to be bullied into being your friend, you idiot.
Michelle says, I think when you were after she says like that was petty, which I don't agree that it was petty, but she said when you, I think when yeah, exactly. When you and Janet are alone, I think you guys have good times. And when they were flashing back to every single one of the things that they deemed as a good time, when I was watching Zack, I did not see someone having a good time. I saw someone trying to be polite, but trying to keep someone at arm's length and not really let them in when she's like, no, because we're friends now, right? He didn't even say like, oh yeah, totally. He's not having fun. They're not keying and him just wanting to jump into a relationship with her again. That's how I read it.
Yeah, he knows when she's saying that, he just knows exactly what she's doing. Like, you're just trying to get me to agree. It's on camera, so everyone goes, "Oh, they're friends again. Oh, they're following each other again. Oh, they're joking about she's going to be the surrogate for his baby. Maybe that's real. They are looking to have a baby one day, or like whatever. Like, he's so hip on what her agenda is. And I love that he's like, no, I'm not giving that to you.
And what's so funny is that in this respect, she does not respect boundaries.
Hell no, she's the worst. Like, that's what I'm telling you, people. She does not care about you. If she's pursuing you, it's just because you're a gold chip. That's it.
Yeah, and so even if Zack says, I don't want to follow you, like, okay. And she said, this is the thing. This is why I think people get fooled by her, because she might say at the table, like, it's fine. It's fine. And then in her reunion, she's like, and what did I even do to you anyway?
Exactly.
It's like, and she didn't say, I'm using artistic license, but it was the same thing in the beginning when she was going to go apologize to Nia or have some sort of conversation where she wanted to make headway. And then when she didn't get it, when Nia didn't bite and she didn't get anything from her, she walked away and she's on a hot mic being like, I don't even want to be her friend.
Exactly.
It's like, right. I would have more respect for you if you just were who you are.
Yeah.
You know, just say that stuff directly
Yeah.
to the person or whatever. So then they get into the Kristen Lala of it all. And Lala says, you're in a place with, she's saying this to Kristen, you're in a place with Janet that you won't budge. But when do we allow her to evolve and grow? You know, when do we allow people to evolve and grow from their mistakes? Kristen says, here's the thing. I don't trust Janet, and I don't know. I don't think I know who you are, because you like to hurt people and be mean to people.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine if I were Kristen, sure, in time, if you consistently show up, regardless of me forgiving you or any of that stuff, if you just, it's like when people are in 12-step programs and they make amends and they want to have someone in their life again, they don't bully them into doing it. They just say, what?
That's funny.
Oh, like, I'm so sorry that I abandoned you, or that I, whatever, took your car without, whatever the thing is.
Sold your car.
When
you loaned it to me.
That's right. Or when you didn't loan it to me.
You also didn't loan it to me.
Sold one car.
Yeah,
and a
God.
bike.
You already have a new one. How many cars do you need?
Seriously, isn't that why you got insurance?
But they apologize, and then they just keep showing up and hope that in time you will see it's been a year, it's been 2 years. This is who I am. I was in a bad spot. I was sick. And then you gain people's trust back. It has been no time at all. It doesn't look like she's changed her ways.
Not at all. She hasn't. She's only shown that she has not.
But in any way that someone could argue she has changed her way, to like sit down and say, all the stuff she says to Jesse later that we will get into, it's no one's reading it as truthful.
Yeah.
And you know what? You have a track record with these people.
Yeah.
So they're allowed to not believe that it's truthful until you prove them wrong by showing up as someone who has grown. And she hasn't done that
Not even once.
one iota to me.
No, she hasn't. And there were a lot of girls that we really like and that we thought had, good detection systems, They were all friends with Amanda Batula for a very long time until one day they realized, oh, actually friendship means absolutely nothing to her. And now they're all out on her. And now they all have their stories of like, and they look back at all the things. And I'm telling you, I feel like Lala is so blinded by Janet. Like you know how Amanda would always be like, oh, I just feel like I'm not worth anything. To like get someone to be like, oh my God, you're worth everything. I just feel like I'm never going to get any better if I leave. You have to leave him. You could get so much better. Oh my God. Really? I'll help you move. I'll call the U-Haul. Like that's what.
By the way, you left him and you didn't get better because you're with Wes.
Yes. And now that's what Janet is. Oh, I keep trying and trying with them. I don't know what else I could do. And Lala's like, you have been really trying for a long time now. Like, I'm going to help you with this. Like everybody wants to help this loser because she's just like pulling this victim card, but like they're just in different ways. So I just want to say that a lot of people liked Amanda. A lot of us obviously saw that like something ain't right with her, but like she was so know nothing who gives a shit that like.
And Kyle was so loud.
Yeah, and Kyle was so loud that just like, who cares, whatever. I'm not like, I wasn't spending time on her. I just think that that's happening right in front of these girls again in just a different way because they think like, God, she's tried to, because all of her stories are all like, I left him a message. I guess he unfollowed me. I couldn't even send the DM because I guess we're not following each other.
Do you
anymore.
remember the last 2 seasons?
I kept trying to send him a nice thank you card. I just couldn't.
I just kept saying like she's just the ultimate pearl clutcher.
Yeah,
she's still pearl clutching, but just in a different tone. It's the same thing, different shade. The like, fine, you don't have to, because now it's like
maybe don't talk about your friends like that. I don't know.
I'm just gonna be this demure, just
yeah. And that's when he was like, because Mike was like, oh my God, that was so stupid when Kristen like made fun of her and imitated her. And I said, it was only stupid because Kristen is a shitty imitation. But like that is like whenever I'm hearing Janet, that's what I hear is her going, I guess maybe don't. Or when she was on the after show and they said, why do you think that Kristen has blind loyalty to Nia? And she goes, I just wish that Kristen would have blind loyalty for principle and not for people. Which just told me everything. Like, I hope that your principles keep you nice and warm throughout your life.
You
grow
had
old with your
blind
principles.
loyalty to Michelle with Lacey.
Oh yeah. Kristen still says that Janet did call Michelle a racist because she was voting for something. I don't know, like I can't remember what specifically it was because I actually thought that the vote was maybe for like bathrooms, but then like so I don't know why she'd be a racist, but.
Well, no, because I think it was trans stuff.
Right, but how are you a racist if like you're transphobic?
I think maybe she just mislabeled it. Like,
I don't know, but I still, Kristen's never been wrong.
So Lala says to Kristen after she says, I just don't trust you. I don't feel like I know you, blah, blah, blah. Lala says, you can't say that because I told you how Danny spoke to me and you said that's not your experience. Lala thinks that Kristen having this just crazy, overwhelming support for Danny and Nia is because she's living in the comments section, which just doesn't like I always thought Lala was a better arguer than this because I just never thought Kristen, I don't remember her being that person.
She's not, but also Kristen and Janet were having their issues in season 1. There was no comment section. Like the show hadn't even aired. So like the beefs that they were having were all organic.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
And Janet was the one that didn't like Kristen. She was the one who was like, Kristen doesn't like it when you put up a boundary. Janet, do you know anything about boundaries? Like you've literally pissed on 7 of them in just this episode. Yeah. So I don't know, Lala, you are so blinded by this bitch right now. And you're not like, you're a tough bitch. This is a savior thing. It's 1,000%. There's nothing else for you here.
Janet ends the scene by saying, it's fine. You can feel this way, but I need everyone to know that this is why the group is shattered. I'm trying.
Just because you said it doesn't make it true. That is like, you can't just leave everybody with that and go, well, she told us what we have to know, what we all can't argue with. We can all argue with it. It's shattered because you're an asshole. At the top, when you were talking about like Lala's line to Kristen, why aren't you friends with her? And it's like, because she did all these things and it's hard to let go of these things. No, I'm not letting her back in. It's been nothing good. And she's been a completely different person.
Yes.
And it was after a camera started rolling. So
don't you think, though, because of that exact situation that you're talking about, Kristen should have used the addict example, because Lala's asking the question, and she could have said, Lala, when you were getting sober and you had to make amends to all these different people in your life, you didn't just say sorry and everyone rolled over.
Yeah.
You had to show up and show out and be like, look, I've changed. And you can't bully someone into witnessing your change or accepting your change. They're going to do it on their own accord when they're ready. And you know that because you lived that. I don't feel that from Janet yet. So if she wants me to trust her, she's got to earn that trust back the way you earn that trust back with people in your life. That's what she should have done.
it's that simple. And that is, I'm going to cut that short. I'm going to ask everyone to @ Kristen in it so that she knows that next time this comes
that's
around.
what you say, boo.
Because it really is the perfect, it's the exact thing to say.
I
Yeah.
do feel that Lala
How Lala
would get
doesn't
that.
even know that yet is weird. It's weird that we even have to tell her that.
So Britt threw the party. She's gotten there early to check on everything. She looks beautiful. Everyone arrives. Tom says Kiana won't be here tonight.
Why?
I know this is Mike's rule that like if they're showing it to you, they're showing it to you for a reason. I don't think, because he went out of his way to be like, oh, no, did you see? He goes, oh, she's just landing. She's actually home. I think she just got home. She's home. Like he stuttered over it. And then they said, will she be at the Halloween party? And he said, I think so, but she's going to have to go to the airport right after that. And she'll have to go in some wacky costume. So I don't know if he wants her around these people is what I'm gleaning from that.
I could understand that actually, because it's especially at this point in time, it's been such a shit show.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Then the girls are over in another area and they kind of make a little toast to Jasmine and Melissa. And Lala says, this I actually think is really funny. She goes, whenever I go to an event like this for straight people, I have this clock going on in my head thinking, this is going to last not too long.
Yeah.
And then now I'm here with this lovely lesbian couple and I'm thinking they're going to make it.
Yeah.
And it is true. I feel like there is I don't know, maybe it's just still new for all of us to be able to go to same-sex marriages that we just aren't tarnished yet.
Yeah.
Thinking that like it's all going to end. Because we've seen the straights just blow up marriage after marriage for centuries now. Mm-hmm. Michelle then brings up that she was annoyed that she had to sit, next to Zack and hear him ramble on for 30 minutes about all the Instagram stuff. And then Lala says she says she's yet to get an answer from Zack or Kristen that just like satisfies Lala for her to drop this bone as to what Janet did to them and why they can't forgive her. And this is a head scratcher for me because I feel like, Lala, you do get it. I feel like you're choosing not to get it because you're backing this horse.
Because you got in this car ride and now you're going to drive it off. If it has to drive off the cliff, you're not going to stop driving it until like the mission is accomplished. It's this ego thing. It's the savior thing. Like, I know that I must sound like a broken record, but like this whole thing is new for me with Lala. I thought she was perfect. And now I'm just like dying to figure this out. And so I'm noticing everything that I never noticed before. There is some deep issues happening.
I'm gonna need some clarity, Lala.
Yeah, I'm noticing them all now. I don't know.
We now have the arrival of the brides and Jasmine's mom, Karen. They both looked really beautiful. I thought Jasmine and Melissa looked stunning. They're both so beautiful that it's such a shame that 2 eggs can't make a baby because what a great looking kid. If both of their features were in it.
Can you soon enough, though? Isn't that?
Here's hoping, Nat. Okay. They're super touched by the event. They say thank you to Brittany. Lacey asks Kristen, how did last night go? Kristen told Janet that we can coexist. Lacey said, that's fine. As Jessie walks up and she goes, look, we coexist. And then Kristen brings up that Janet said, what did I do to you in the last year? And Lacey said, that's not a fair argument because one could argue, what did Danny do to her? And we've been listening to it for a year. And this is why I would really love Lacey to get in the ring with Janet, because she does communicate really clearly. And that is a great, she obviously knows about what she said to, what Janet said to Jesse. So clearly she knows she has a history with SA. And she still said that. So I think she would be able to just have a good, thoughtful conversation as to maybe this is why you're not understanding that this is not the road for you to be going down, Janet. You got to let this go because it is what's dividing the group. No matter you say, I'm trying, but I'm trying, Natalie.
And that's all I can do. I've done what I can do, and I just have to sit back and let it happen now, please.
Didn't we
never sat back and let anything happen in your whole life?
Correct. Didn't we say something about her a few episodes ago? We were like, she's just got that Daria energy, except Daria was cool.
Yeah.
And she really does. Like in every scene, like her posture's always like when she's sitting there, it's like her corset's digging into her skin because she's not just like Lala sits and talks and presents, right? Obviously, so does Nia because Nia's a beauty queen.
Yeah.
I think maybe I can't remember if Kristen does or doesn't, just because I feel like she's wearing a lot of like very like flowy things now, so I can't really tell her posture.
She's kind of a slob in a great way, in a very bohemian way.
Yeah, that's just her.
Yeah, that's just
vibe.
her vibe. Yeah.
But Janet always is just this, and it's I don't know
It's all kinds of wrong. She's all kinds of wrong, and I could list them all the wrongness.
Yeah, and I had a point to why I was even saying that, but I can't remember.
The thing that she even says though to Lacey is again just like baiting. When she start talking to her about being a lesbian, I think that she knows that something happened in Lacey's past at this point. She knows that like whatever that thing was, like I don't know the specific details of it, but it almost seems like she was baiting her with like don't you just feel better just around women, you know? Like it's just so up. Like it's
we don't believe you, Janet.
No, and like you're
not about the SA stuff, the bisexual stuff.
You're like grabbing at like a possible trauma, like a real insecurity, something that like you read something about and think like, oh, I'm going to say this thing to her, because she's really done that with like every single person. When she tells Jesse, you've really changed, where Jesse has literally said multiple times, I just want people to see that I've changed, and so she just feeds it back to him. That's right. And like in the moment, I think he is kind of eating it up because he's kind of a sucker for anyone like just telling him like, hey, that thing you said, you're right. Yeah, I'm seeing it. It's in his confessional where he probably like takes a minute. Probably Lacey gets home and she's like, babe.
We've talked about this. Just because someone compliments you doesn't mean.
Well, she also said that Lacey was the change. Like Lacey had an impact on him.
Yeah, but either way, like that's all he's wanted to hear from people. I think he even literally said the words, that's all I've wanted to be known for is that, wow, you've changed. I think he just said it in Mexico.
To Michelle.
Yeah.
Right after she said, don't make out with your girlfriend.
Jesse does, though, bring up in this moment the conversation he had with Janet in Mexico. And he says, I just feel that it's odd timing. So I don't think he's buying her stuff hook, line, and sinker in the present moment of this party either. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. But I just think it took him a minute. And he's just a sucker in the moment.
Yeah. Who doesn't like a compliment?
Who doesn't like a compliment? Yeah.
Except you.
Yeah. And
Jesse and I love compliments. Then we've got Melissa thanking Brittany for the party and just making time to celebrate them. Janet talks.
Do we think that Brittany paid for that party? Like threw it for them?
No, I think it would probably be a production thing, but Mike could probably speak to that better than I can.
It depends. Production will only pay for something if production needs the something. If it's happening, probably not paying for it. You know, it's even in like NBC and AGT get into this all the time with the red carpet. We want a red carpet outside in front of the theater, going up the steps, and do a big show open every year. And NBC wants their red carpet in the hotel ballroom where it's controlled and so. When we want to move outside, we got to pay for that red carpet. When they get there, they pay for that red carpet. Can we go do stuff on their red carpet? Yes. We don't have to pay for it. If we want to go outside, we have to pay for it, and they then get a free red carpet. So it's like it gets down to those nitty-gritty details of like, who needs it? Does the show need it? Or is this your wedding engagement part, whatever this was? I don't really know what this dinner was, but...
An engagement party.
I wonder if they would at least like throw in for it.
got
Or like we
engaged
were
like
going to.
a year ago. This was my biggest gripe with this episode was this season, actually, as it turns out. As also, keep in mind, I did think this was the final episode. If you didn't know that
I
story,
did too,
go
Mike,
back and
honestly.
watch episode 1, where I was sorely disappointed. But I was like, this sucks that this season started with these two. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this season opened with Jasmine and Melissa talking about getting engaged and being all happy and planning they were going to plan their wedding. And I was so nervous and I was so happy and all do. And then it ends. It's not ending. But then we're nothing. We got nothing. We got a dress fitting 3 acts ago. We got this party. We got no planning. They've talked about it a couple times, but like, I'm just over Janet and Danny and the bullshit storylines that are 3 years long. And we missed a whole wedding planning, a whole
life.
thing with her mom, who's this Melissa friend? Like, she seemed funny. The kid, he pooped. Like, that's funny. Like, where's she been? And listen, maybe she didn't want to be on TV. I don't know. But
Well, I'm wondering if that's what Melissa's deal is. Like,
Melissa 100% doesn't want to be on TV.
yeah, so I think that's maybe
obvious.
why they couldn't really dig into this in a way that they would like to, aside from just like talking to Zach and being like,
But
do you want
she's
to be in
been
the
on
wedding
TV.
party?
Like she's on the show.
Yeah.
Right? She might not like it, but you signed the papers. You're probably doing it for Jasmine. Fine, appreciate that. But like, come on, man, nothing. We got nothing, dude. We literally got nothing. Somebody said it the other day. Lala, we've gotten 0 from Lala. Not a single storyline from her. All she's done is gone and just
Which is crazy.
blow shit up. Nothing. The only thing that had to do with Lala this year was when she tried to lifeguard.
Yeah.
At her
I was
baby's
I'm
birthday.
Putting her
I
dog
thought
down.
about this too. Yeah, and then that happened today,
Fine.
which also made it to
Touche.
where like nobody
But,
could
like,
really.
But like, no,
honestly,
yes, totally, to your point.
There was nothing about the dog. Like, it was a weird scene with the brother where they were talking about something else, right? And it just came up. And then the party, it was like, oh, I'm gonna be sad because I had to put my dog down. Moving on, we didn't hear about the dog again, right? I need 20 minutes about the dog. I'm not going to any parties. Sorry, the 7-year sober birthday party's getting put on hold because my 20-year-old dog just got put down. Like, it doesn't. So that part, I'm like, you didn't. I'm not trying to say anything about anything. Like, all I thought about was Foof when they were talking about that, and like,
It was killing me.
So, but it wasn't enough. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm crying over my cat, who we just spent $1 bazillion to find out. Yeah, no, he's actually f***ing perfect. Screw you little dick. So, like, I can't imagine. I don't know. It seemed weird. It didn't seem enough, and it seemed like, oh yeah, we're not getting any story. And if you think about it, the only story we got was the postpartum deal early on.
Yeah, but to make what you were just saying even worse is that she gets to that thing and says, I really want to, like, this is a really big deal. I really want this to be a celebration because it's a big deal that I did this thing. I'm also sad about my dog because this happened, but I don't want that to overshadow. Like, I still want to celebrate because it's a big deal. And then literally all you did the whole time was try to convince someone to be friends with Janet.
Again, for the 80th episode.
Like,
this
what is
season.
going
The 80th time this
on?
season.
Yeah. So Zach and Janet being friends is more important than
Your dog and your sobriety
party.
Two things that literally are the makeup of you. Like, you've talked about how like this dog is like your forever soulmate that you picked up here and has been with you on this whole ride. And then there's the 7 years of sobriety and you're wasting your time with this fucking idiot and trying to get people to like her. Why don't you like Janet? Because Janet sucks. Simple as that. We don't need to keep talking about it. She just sucks.
But also, have you not thought, wait, what am I not seeing? Because they've all experienced her for many, many, many years. I just got here. So maybe I need to abre los ojos.
Yeah, and your picker is off, Lala. Think about the people that you have always stand. They've always been trash bags. Like, it's, listen, I loved a good romp with James Kennedy was it's as good as it gets. Good as gold, you know? Pumptini. Like, there are things that in those scenes that, like, I think are some of the most hilarious scenes ever that James Kennedy is a part of. Trash. Like, trash. garbage person, tons of problems, not someone that you want to get in front of as a representative of.
Yeah.
Like just
Put
not
your stamp of approval
yeah,
on.
yeah. Just not the husband. You took it all on the chin. Like the whole world basically called you a home wrecking whore. And for what? For this dude to end up being what are they? The Harvey Weinstein of Los Angeles? Even though isn't Harvey Weinstein the Harvey Weinstein of Los Angeles?
We now have Janet make her way over very awkwardly to Jesse, who's sitting alone. And this is when she says the stuff about like, I think Lacey's making you a better person. And it's been really nice to know her. And do you know what the way she said this next statement is akin to when you're being interviewed for a job and someone says, can you tell me some of your not so great qualities?
Yeah.
And you're like, I care too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so on time, I'm early.
Yeah.
And I never can really ask for a raise.
Yeah. I'm not great at delegating because I just like to do it all myself.
Yeah. So like when she sat there and said, my only regret is not getting to know her sooner.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only regret.
Not like looking her up and throwing a bunch of shit in her face, getting on Reddit and talking about her, just like making her entire entrance just hellacious.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is when Jesse in his confessional saying like, yeah, listen, who doesn't like a comment? Love it. It's nice to hear, but I don't believe it. I trust this chick as far as I could throw her. I mean, it's coming off as a hidden agenda.
the thing is, Bravo, just give her a year off and let's just see what the show is without
That's
the
right.
distraction of her.
That's right.
Without either her trying to make good, her trying to make bad, people having to move their entire lives around to stand for her, to help fight her battle. Like, it's just, I don't understand. Like, do you have, if she's around again, then you have nothing else to talk about. And then just cancel the show already.
After this, Lacey, Mike agrees. Lacey, pops into the conversation, sits down, and this is when Janet is like, "Oh my God, and you know what? We should go out on a double date, the four of us." And she's just such a pusher. Zack, we're besties now. Oh, do you want my uterus? Follow me on IG. Lacey, follow me on IG. Jesse, let's go on a double date. Like, bro, kamadana, simadana. Do you remember that SNL skit?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God, I need to go home and watch that.
Bop into each person. That's all of Kristen's people, because she's got to beat Kristen now. Now she's beat Danny or beat Nia. She thinks she's like on a high of that, and she's rolling hard, and she's in that place where it's like the momentum, keep the momentum going. Let's like, which is what you do when you're an actor and you get a great part and it's coming out this week. So then you're like hitting the circuits, you're getting like
press tour.
Yeah. Doing your press tour, chiming in for something that you want, because they're going to see you on a couple of magazine covers right now. Cause it's this small amount of time that you have that this thing's going on. It's like everyone cashes in on that. It's why everyone suddenly started a podcast after Tom Sandoval banged Raquel. All of a sudden, every VPR person had a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's all they talked about. I get it, but it's like, doesn't really work that way with friends. That's why I think that they're game pieces.
Yeah. So after that little convo, Jasmine gives a very quick little speech. Then Zack gets called up to say something. It's all, lovely. And we just end with a sweet montage of pictures of Jasmine and Melissa, and Jasmine saying, I've never been this happy. And Melissa is just the best person I know. And
yeah.
And they're going to get married in New Jersey, and they have.
Yeah. I think it's probably pretty, we're bummed on it right now, because that would have just been a great story to follow, and literally knowing anything more about Melissa, aside from the fact that she's got great hair and she's clearly a great girlfriend. That's all we know. It's probably the best move she's ever made, is keeping all of that stuff private.
Totally.
I'll show up to the house party. I'll come on a trip now and again. I'll be here. I might crack a joke at something. My wedding, personal. Our relationship, personal. There's just, I have no idea, but if I were to just take a stab, I think that she's set those boundaries and been zero.
I agree.
Getting into my personal shit. Yeah.
Even though the last 2 years have been about her her ass and
but she never
shit.
speaks up about it because I think she wants to be not engaged in it in the way that she could be if she wanted to step in and be like, stop.
Right, but you're saying she stepped in and said no to everything else, but not this?
No, that is interesting. I wonder if dude, what if like they just like never, like, what if the producers just kind of made it a thing where it's like, we're never going to put her in a seat and ask her about any of this? Her word could really, it almost put the kibosh on it all before when she literally said like, stop talking about us. Like they yelled that on the boat. It was either Melissa and Jasmine or Melissa and or like one of them said like, like just knock it off already. And then it did calm down for a minute because that's a heavy thing. Like, Janet, the victim has spoken. Shut the up.
I don't know if it did though, because that's the same moment that what's her name dropped the essay bomb. Like that was on the boat too.
Yeah. Right, but I thought that that's what spurred them to say shut up.
I'm sure it did. I don't remember I'm sure it did. That being said, it only blew up from then. Like it became a full-blown situation that now Janet's had this essay and now it's you know what I mean? Like it didn't die down, I don't think.
Okay, that could be true, but just try to jog my memory if anyone can. Wasn't that kind of around the finale? Because it was the engagement. So it's like didn't really like it. They had to go to the reunion and talk about it. Like even if it would have died down by episode 2, the reunion would come and they would bring it up again.
In the off season.
No, Luke and Kristen's engagement.
Luke and Kristen. Sorry.
Yeah, they got engaged at the very.
I was thinking the girls.
This is the closest to politics that like these shows have gotten for
and
me.
I'm so over it.
Yeah,
I don't want this in my
life. It's very,
life.
very divisive, and it's like exactly what every Bravo viewer tells us that they don't want. Like some people will pipe up, and I do every now and again. But like, listen, if you have no idea what I could be saying. I hope that they don't continue down this path because it's just it's not the place
at all
for the divide.
Danny Clark said, "Summer should be fun. The Valley, not fun." That is the line that is the gift that keeps on giving. That line, everything can be plugged in there, and I'm grateful for it.
That's true.
I, for one, am grateful for it. Eminescence 687 said, "Isn't the whole point of therapy to help you process the lived events, label, and put away in its place so that healing can happen? Her therapist failed her."
Maybe don't go see that therapist.
Kathy A said, "Can we just have an hour of Michelle and Lacey teaming up to teach Jesse life lessons? And Michelle can stay single. Sorry, Dre. And they can become best friends and go shopping and eat at the Valley's best restaurants and rate them. And everyone else can just sail off in a pontoon boat to nowhere. Please." I'm here for that show. And I think I can speak for Mike as well.
Lacey and Michelle?
Just.
No, I don't think Michelle is on Lacey's level. So I think that show could get real irritating pretty quickly and boring. Like I think Lacey could get irritated by Michelle probably pretty quick.
I think they could have a good time.
Okay.
But I see how it could go awry. I'm hoping for the best because I got to get us out of this show. I'm throwing everything to the wall and seeing what sticks.
Well, listen, 5 more weeks and we'll be done.
You know what? Oh, we really screwed it up. We should have said 6 more weeks because technically this was 6. And then when we were done, we would have said 5 and we would have felt, okay, we've done something. We've moved forward. But now we don't because we robbed ourselves of the checking it off the list. Are you following?
No.
Okay, well, I'm too tired to repeat it, but you got it at home. Narc Empath said, "Schwartz really showed his true self when he was being a horrible person to Katie, saying mean things to her, dumping beer on her head. How quickly people forget when the mask slips." And I am reading this because this is where I feel like the growth part of things is shown. If
like over and over and over
and over again. Yeah. And I say these things all the time. I say it in relationship to Nia. I say, like, if these people have forgiven, like if Danny and Nia are still married for 10 years and she says it's okay, at a certain level, we just have to trust that. If Melissa and Jasmine with the whole Danny thing, if Melissa is saying, not interjecting and not furthering the conversation on her end, then maybe she's okay with what happened and she's buried it. Katie and Tom are very good friends.
Yeah.
She's been on his podcast. They share custody of their dogs. If they have come to peace with it, and not for nothing, And I like Katie, but Katie was no walk in the park either. And do I think that was despicable behavior on Schwartz's behalf? Yes. You don't throw a drink on anyone. You don't speak to anyone that way. But they were also, in my opinion, in a toxic relationship
and
coming
I
from
feel like
both
they were
sides.
Kids. Like they weren't kids. Listen, I understand they were in their 20s or whatever it was, but like they were bartender kids working at the pub down the street and like all living together, shacked up like 4 at a time. Some of them like in shitty apartments with loud ass air conditioners that are on the wall that like you couldn't run the microwave at the same time. Like this was just like an era of their lives that I'm sure they both look back at and are like, oh my God, not proud of that. I'm sure that Katie doesn't love how she came off. I'm sure that Katie doesn't love how like she was just closed down and she was just like, oh, she would have been the Amanda, not fun, you know?
Yes.
Like that's who Katie was at that point too. And like, you could say that one is clearly much worse than the other, but like, I don't know, man. Like, like
No, Katie was tough for me for a
Yeah.
lot of years on Vanderpump. And
Yeah.
and this is not me sticking up for Tom and how he treated her. I think that she was in a bad spot
Yeah.
for a lot of those years. And that was palpable when you were watching her. And I think Tom being just kind of more of a beta type human.
Yeah.
I don't think he had I think when he got, how do I say this? He wasn't going to be the adult in the room
Ever.
and ever say like, you know what, something's gone awry here. Like we see him acting now.
Yeah.
He wasn't that person back then.
Yeah.
So now, you know, she's in a bad spot. So now he is trumping that bad spot and acting even more like a
And
degenerate.
he's got Sandoval in his ear being like, her, man.
Yeah, and it
She's
just was like a
bitch, too.
recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
And I think both of them have grown up so much. And if she has forgiven him, then why can't I? That's just my thought on it.
Party of Schwartz.
And you don't have to agree, but that's just my thought.
I hope I'm getting this right, and I might not be. But I think Narc Empath is my newest favorite
Name.
handle. And I'm assuming it's like a narcissist, as you call it,
Totally.
like a narcissist empath. It's the
Yes.
funniest thing in the whole world.
Yeah, it is very funny.
Like somebody who cares but doesn't care.
Shannon Fall said, I want Janet to sit and consider if she wants to punish Danny or if she wants to punish her perpetrator. If she wants to punish both, fine. Then I need her to acknowledge the differences in severity between the two situations. And I thought that was a good comment. Nishless Boomer said, Brittany asking for ranch is just so Brittany. The most. The Harvey House said, Lala needs to get her own storyline instead of piggybacking off of Janet's. That is piggybacking off of Jasmine's. That is piggybacking off of also Melissa's. Trish Svader said, I really like Michelle this season, especially the last couple of episodes. The dynamic between Michelle, Lacey, and Jesse is very interesting and nice to watch. And I'm reading that because it is, but I heard that he was on Watch What Happened and he did not say that him and Michelle are in a good place. Did anyone hear this?
I don't remember him saying anything really great. And he still always loves to take a dig at, like, when they ask about Dr. Dre, he's just like, you know, I just say, do what's best for Isabella. Make sure Isabella is comfortable. You know, slow down. Don't jump in anything like last. Like, he likes to rub it in her face what happened last time. And listen, he's a dad and that's his kid. So, like, if he really has concern like that, that's totally his prerogative and it's fine. There's just something about Jesse that, like, I don't always take him that what he's saying is coming from a true, genuine concern about something.
Yeah.
As much as it is that he just kind of likes to thumb. I said it before. He likes to keep a thumb on her. He likes to be like,
have you paid the health insurance bill this month? That's what I'm more concerned about. Zan said, there are times this was the comment I was referencing earlier. Zan said, there are times I like Lala and there are times I can't stand her. I loved when she called Danny out for the way he was talking to Nia in San Diego, but I don't love what she did at Danny's birthday. You don't start shit with something at their own birthday celebration. You just don't.
you don't start no shit, there won't be no shit.
And that's right.
Who said that?
Don't start none, won't be none.
Taylor Swift.
Petey Pablo.
Johnny Smile
John.
Johnny Smile said, Danny is good as gold. And Mary Ayaka Ken said, I'm just here for Johnny's comments today. But Mary was on fire in the comments.
Oh my God.
She had the most thoughtful, extra credit, A++. I'm finger clapping for you, girl. That was some real good work.
We've been going back and forth on voice notes, literally at the 5-minute caps, and they just keep cutting us off. And then we're like, and then she'll go, I can't talk right now. My husband's sitting next to me. Call you later. Bye. Love you. Bye.
So cute.
She's my best good friend.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
It's your turn, Mike. Michael Aaron.
Nicheless Boomer. Janet needs to explore her trauma privately. Any attempt to heal it on the show is misguided. Truth.
For peace.
For freedom.
Arnold Strong, numero uno. You guys are right about how this show is not fun.
And summer should be fun.
Yeah, dude, this show is so not fun. Bravado. Two things can be true. Bravado.
Bravado is the one who I was like, I think that Bravado is the crankiest bitch in town, but I think we'd be best friends if we knew each other in real life.
Yeah.
And so much so that Bravado is probably hearing this and going, absolutely not. I hate you.
Yeah, totally. And I'm sorry, I got
Which is why
Bravado. That's so much better. Two things can be true. Janet can be diabolical, while Danny is despicable.
Would you say two truths?
No, 5 truths. Nicheless, congrats on 5 subs. I trust my wedding invitation is in the mail. Thank you. And yeah, we'll probably live stream it. Who cares? Everyone can come. As I told somebody, I'm like, oh, somebody asked. I think you're new, so I haven't learned your name yet. But somebody was super confused at the story we told about how we got to 5 subs. We didn't get to 5K subs in time, so we weren't getting married.
I can't believe you guys
And
couldn't
they
get
were
married.
like, "Oh, wait, am I understanding this right? That you guys were supposed to get married and didn't, and called it off, and now you're still friends?" No, we're still engaged, not friends.
Yeah, we're
kid.
definitely not friends.
Yeah, no.
I would never be friends.
17 years of love will take the friendship right out of you.
As you said about whatchamacallit, Kenny and Gavin last night, we cover In the City, so go watch it. They're not friends anymore. They're just in a relationship.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
you guys.
Jess 6383. Maybe this is now more Valley of the Dolls. True. Ali Sensihofer. I know I butchered that. Ali's on Seehofer. You know who you are. I'm just wondering if anyone else picked up on the birthday sex. When Nia said she wasn't sure if it could happen, Danny said, "Make it happen low key." Such a misogynistic DB. And those are huffs of agreement that you're hearing right now.
They're just huffs of like, I don't know what to do. They're married. He thinks it's funny. I don't think he's like trying to like his wife. Okay, or maybe I can't even say
I also, don't you hear a lot of, and again,
It's
I'm
not
not saying
about-
this is right. I just feel like I hear a lot of dudes be like, when are we going to bone?
Yeah. This is actually interesting. It's like
I'm in
all
the
I
middle of reading my comments right now. We don't need to be talking about any of this
I literally
nonsense.
tell you stop. Like every time you grab my ass, I go, knock it off. Do you ever? Have you ever once knocked it off?
Okay, I don't think you say it that viciously. And a little
say it pretty
squeeze, a little
viciously.
love squeeze. Sorry. Also, this, you know what she also says? That she needs to be loved all day long, forever. That,
From afar.
no. You can't love squeeze
What do
the
you call them,
not
Mike?
your
Kidding, I'm
What do you
person.
call them?
Booty squinches?
Like
It's a
That's-
little booty
How are you not
squinch.
feeling
I
so
think,
loved?
Dude, I think you're identifying in Danny.
I'm not. And you know what else? One of our first dates that we went on that my mom also came with, I did a booty squinch and you smacked me and you were like, stop grabbing my ass in front of your mom. And my mom was like, I think it's kind of cute. So it's cute.
What is that?
That means I was raised to be
Oh,
cute.
so you come from a long line of squingers.
Lovers. Danny's creepy. I'm not creepy. I love you.
I think it's in the eye of the beholder.
It's in the eye of the squinchy.
Yeah, the squinchy.
No,
Creep alert.
you don't know what you're talking about. The Harvey House has some good comments.
Yeah, they do.
The Harvey House. I could be completely wrong on this. You're not. But it feels like with Danny, he has deep suppressed feelings of childhood trauma. Now, I hate to assume, but I think Danny could have been mentally abused by his father or mother. Having no control of life then probably makes him highly sensitive towards people trying to control his actions now. I don't know, something like that. Or he is just an everyday asshole.
Maybe a little of everything.
Yeah, man,
Little
two
this, little
truths. Amber Jackson. If Nia can weaponize her trauma, then so can Janet. To me, it's really simple. Danny is an alcoholic. Nia is an enabler. He pretends everything is okay, and his wife helps him hide it. Janet wasn't smart enough to mind her business, but thank God it had to be said.
I read that comment and I forgot to reply. In what ways do we think that Nia is weaponizing her trauma? And is it the childhood trauma from living in the car? And how is she weaponizing that?
Yeah, I need all that and talk amongst yourselves. I got to find something over here. But I have that same question.
Okay, let us know. Do you know, Mike?
I mean, I think you just said it.
Oh, no. But that's the question. How is she weaponizing it? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, let us know, please.
Trish S. Vader. Both me and my husband forgot our anniversary. Oh, now they're supposed to be here for this one, but she's gone. Trisha.
I can hear. I'm 4 feet away.
No, don't worry. I'll tell you when you come back.
Dude, I always forget to mention. Speaking of being 4 feet away, when you tripped that day and you fell 6 inches in front of me, somebody made a comment and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Mike didn't run to Natalie's side." Like,
By the way, I
just
did.
kicked her.
I got you. Because we are not in a relationship. We are lovers. That's why she lets me squint your booty, Mike.
Okay, we got 5 minutes left. Trish S. Vader. Both me and my husband forgot our anniversary one year. We were both busy with Little League All-Stars. He called me from work and said, "Wasn't our anniversary last weekend?" For the longest time, we didn't even remember the right date. 41 years this month. Hell yeah. LOL, I was just going to say next month. I hope we remembered. We never will forget my birthday. It's a month-long celebration. Long story, but for good reason. Natalie and I don't even know how many years we did that. I don't even think we had an official anniversary, so we kind of made one up. And then what? No, I know,
September
but
20th.
like what? Based off what?
Based off our first date and that you really never left after that.
That breakfast and lunch and breakfast and dinner, and when Hofer's got us all wasted, and you took advantage of me that night, and I never said nothing about it to nobody. 17 years. Anyways, we used to forget all the time, and then I would say probably for the first 10 or 12 years of us being together, every year they would schedule a casting trip on the shows that I worked on the week of her birthday. So I missed her birthday like probably for 12 years. It was pretty fun. She loved that. All that glitters. Danny is an angry little guy. That's funny. Johnny Smiles. The Sweet Life of Jesse and Danny featuring Janet Montana. I watched that. Joe Schmo, big fan of the fried eggs and toast. Make it like every damn day.
Yes,
so
girl.
good. We got another picture this morning, Joe. It was.
And I keep telling them, get eggs. I will cook it for you.
We have eggs.
No, she
I
said
know
they
how
were
to
expired.
eggs. No, she got eggs.
Got new eggs.
Well,
Okay, well, I'll come early next Monday and I'll make you guys eggs.
I can make it egg.
Not as good as I can.
Okay. Ketura. I don't know why they continue to go around the same mountain because it just keeps getting worse every season. I wish I could unsee all of it. The going around the same mountain thing I love. And I also wish I could unsee it because it's the same freaking thing. It's the same show every year.
I don't know why they
ridiculous.
keep going around the same Bucco mountain.
Yeah. LL Nut. Nia is a 4th degree black belt, as is my brother. The calm exterior is probably more attributed to that than her beauty pageant life. I'm sure that contributes, but I can tell you that martial arts does teach you that. My brother literally can act someone with his bare hands. Control is a huge part of training, which is also true. And that's funny.
Great points.
Johnny Smiles. Michelle sold more houses than Jesse, so he called her an escort. Oh, that was last year, but still so funny.
Still slaps.
Yeah, still slaps. Johnny Smiles, another one. Mike Rowe should do a show where he makes Jesse do manual labor. Another show I would watch all day long.
Joe Schmo really loves Mike Rowe.
That was Johnny Smiles, but
No, but Joe Schmo wrote,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Mike Rowe. I would watch him do anything.
Yeah.
So you got another viewer, and he was really nice when I worked with him.
Joe Schmo, speaking to Joe Schmo, I'm starting to feel like we did Schwartz a disservice by rallying so hard to get him on this show. Yeah, Party of Schwartz might have backfired on us.
No, because he also, I think, loves the paycheck. So I think that there's your service.
Sure, he could have been a model again. Human Stories Entertainment also agrees that Danny maybe has some childhood stuff going on. She said, not saying he experienced something horrible as a young man. The behavior, though, resembles childhood trauma. Fight, flight, freeze.
Totally agree.
I also pulled the Brittany asking for ranch. That's so good, Nationless. It's so Brittany. Brittany should be on a bottle of ranch. Like the little face. Marianne Ika can't just... Janet drops these little nuggets but doesn't back them up. She says things for sound bites. She never comes with receipts or proof. It's hearsay to feed her narrative. True. That's save the best for last. Mary got the last. But yeah, that's a good one. It's so true. All right, well,
we did it.
We did it, gals and guys. It was so fun. The show's amazing. We lost
retired.
Natalie, but that's all right. You're stuck with the two of us now. Maybe we'll throw the other two, Travis and Harrison, in the seat once in a while.
Yeah.
Listen, Truth for Peace for Freedom is back, but I couldn't find a comment from this one. So I just tried to find one from last week that I read because it's like the same story. It's all Mexico, all the same players.
Probably just pulled from last year.
Yeah, probably could pull from last year. I'll probably all be the same. But yeah, our comments got the card ran out last. Well, it didn't run out. It was corrupt. It was corrupt.
Like so many things in this world.
So many things. So anyway, I got nothing. But just know that it was a banger.
Well,
you
we
knew
got
that.
Always are.
we got something. We got 2 episodes done for the Valley, and catch us for the reunion of In the City next week. I'm very excited for that reunion.
I know. I do think it's kind of hilarious that they're all back at the clubhouse. Like it's a clubhouse reunion.
Oh, that is very interesting. Did not know that.
And no one looks great because there's
Lighting.
stacks set. Yeah, the lighting isn't good. And the chairs are crap. So like I just think it's funny that Lindsay and Kyle are stuck on this set. And then Amanda looks like she's wearing a wedding dress, like the weirdest 2-piece like I don't know, man. But did you guys see them on Instagram where there's some rumor going around because Amanda was wearing some stupid dress that made her look pregnant at one of the 700 weddings her and Wes have gone to. Then she went home with him, took a photo of her basically looking barefoot and pregnant from the back, like she's just this little farm girl with this like little sage green dress and looking at the horses.
Is this on her Instagram feed?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look anyway.
And then the rumor starts that she's pregnant, and so her and Wes did a little stupid reel, like the little stupid bastards that they are. He's carrying the basket, and she's just piling in jars of pickles and vats of ice cream because. I think those are the only 2 things that came to her mind what do pregnant people always want? Pickles and ice cream?
Yep. It's not
but
on her
I'm so
Instagram.
scared to leave the house and walk down the street. I'm so scared. I'm just a scared little pup.
Me too. Me
You're a brat.
too.
I can't. Anyway, like, subscribe, hype, tell a friend.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Love you. Bye.
We did it, Mike.
What do we do?
We finished before 2 a.m.
Meh.
That's a big deal for us. Don't poo-poo that.
Meh.